Hello guys. So to continue our Christmas jewelry, today we're going to make this snowman. It's brick stitch made with Miyuki Delica beads. It's a very simple design, it's not very complicated. About the colors, now I've used silver, you see here with the white, I've used silver, but the idea was I wanted to make the snowman to have like reflections, you know, like from the sun when it shines on it. So I think here you could either use like a gray, shiny gray, or you could use shiny white, like a pearly semi-transparent white, and it would look very nice as well. And obviously on the hat I didn't use black because I ran out, but yeah, this is black. Now because this silver, you could use something else. I'm gonna call it this shiny, I'm not gonna call it silver. So in case you're going to go with gray or go with light, like the shiny, that pearly white, that you know that it's the shiny. Now for the materials, oh wait, I'm gonna show you the, so this is the drawing, this is coming up at one point. So this is the drawing, if this helps. Yeah, so materials you're going to need, I've used all Miyuki Delica beads. You can use any other beads, it's perfectly fine, it will work. For the shiny part I've used this silver, white I've used obviously white. You will need 4 orange for the carrot, and black, or I'm using this, it's not red, black, but I need to buy more black. You're going to need a needle and thread. I suggest using white thread because mostly it's white, so the background goes. I've used this is not white, but I cannot find 1G white, so yeah. And obviously you're going to need a needle. I've used 11, so because the holes are big, so it will fit. And if you want to make them in earrings, obviously you're going to need a clasp, or we can make it a pendant, so you'll need a circly thingy. Okay, so I'm going to try to make it in one video because it's not that long. I'm going to explain to you how, from where we're going to start and how we're going to go. So we're going to make this the ladder. From this, the first row is going to be the ladder. Then we're going to do increase, then decrease, increase, decreasing. So we're just going to go from the bottom to the top, very easy, no problem, no nothing. As I said, this which is like shaded, it's actually gray, green, whatever. I'm gonna call it shiny, white, white. This, which for me is not black, I'm gonna call it black, orange, and yeah. So it's super easy to make, it goes very fast. Let me just arrange my notebook, my so-called notebook, so I can follow my rows because I don't remember them perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to do my best for you to see everything I do. And yeah, but you know, the first row in brick stitch is always going to be a little tricky because I have to hold on to it. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. Now, first we're going to pick up one white and one shiny. We're going to move these to the tail, like so. We're going to go through the white, like so. Now we're going to go through the shiny like Pokemon, like so, and make a knot. Here I'm going to make 2 knots because at the end of the row my tail is going to be on the opposite side, so I can either work the tail in my work on top, or I can just work some threads around the 4 beads on the first row and the second row, and just cut the tail. So I'm going to make two knots here just to secure it better, because I'm going to cut it like so. Okay, now we go with the needle through the shiny. So I'm holding it a little bit wobbly, but we're going through the shiny, because like this we're going to go. Okay. Next up, pick up one white. Let me just move my whites here and my shinies, because I need them on this side. So pick up one white. Thread is coming from the bottom, so I'm going to go through the top. This is how leather works. White's zooming in my hands and not. Come on, phone. Come on. You got this. Hopefully. I think it's because of the beads. Because it sees the beads and he's like, oh, where am I supposed to be focusing? Focus on my hands. Okay. Now I added the white and I'm going to go through it again. This is basic leather stitch. I'm going to pick up a shiny. Thread is going up. I'm going to go down. And I'm going to go down through the shiny. Like so. Now again pick up one white. Thread is going down. I'm sorry. I think I'm catching a cold. Now we go up. Like so. I had to make it in two because winter voice. I'm sorry about that. So we have 3 white. Now again pick up a shiny. And we go down. Make sure you have good tension here. 1 white. And go up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 whites. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need one more shiny. And we're done with this row. So on this row, we have like this. White, shiny, white, shiny, white, shiny, white, shiny. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 white, 1, 2, 3, 4 shiny. Now, you see, my tail is coming from this side. My working thread is coming on this side, and my tail is on this side. So this is what I said that I made 2 knots because I'm going to go on the second row. I'm going to go 2 more times through this, and I'm going to cut it. But now, at the end of the row, I'm just going to go 1 more time to the white, to harden it, and then to the shiny. To the white, and through the shiny. Next. Now, this is how we're going to hold the work. This is how we're going to work. Next row, it's going to be an increase row. So we're going to, the row is going to be bigger. I'm trying to hold it properly so you can see. It's going to be a little tricky first rows. So pick up 1 shiny and 1 white. When we have increase row, so we make more, we put more beads, we go under the thread between the first and the second bead. Pull the thread, and we're just going to go up through the second bead. So we're just going to go up through the white one. Like so. Next up, we have 1 shiny. And this is normal. We're going to go under the thread between the next 2 beads and go up through the shiny. Is my light okay? Hopefully. Like so. Next up we have 1 white. And we're going to go under the next thread. So, and up through the white, next up we have 1 shiny, I'm just showing like this for the first rows, because here is the more tricky with me not being able to hold it properly, and yeah. See how the zoom is going. Ay. Okay, we need to not have the zoom on the beads. Sorry about that. Okay, now we put one white. I'm looking at what I do, and then I look through the phone so that it's visible what I do. So funny. Now one shiny. Now one white. It is going to be a little tricky because we have the two knots, but we got this. So I'm putting one white, and I said at the beginning this is an increase row, so we will have two beads here. So we're going to have to put our last bead, which is a shiny, in the same spot as we put this last white. So pick up a shiny and go under the thread where you went with the white bead, where it was a little tricky before. It's tricky now as well. Now, what I said previously, you see my tail is here and I'm here. So what I'm going to do, what I did on the other one as well, what you can do is just, if you want, when we're done, work the tail in the snowman. I'm lazy, so I'm just going to go down these two. That's why I made the knot, so I can securely do this. So I went one time, and I'm just gonna go one more time, and then I'm just going to cut the tail. Because one more thing, like if you're not secure, if you're not sure, keep the tail and work it in, because when I'm done with this, I don't know if you've seen, my snowman is hard, like it's hard because I use Mod Podge. I use this. Now Mod Podge, very good, because not only protects the beads, which I very recommend, that because you know they lose color. Mod Podge protects the beads, it hardens them, and it's also like glue, so it holds them together. So it's very, very good. If you make Delica with brick stitch, you need to use this, like it's miracle. Okay, not commercial, let's move on. So for the next row, we're done. So we're done with this row. For the next row, I'm going to keep the tail. You know why I keep the tail now, and I'm going to cut it at the end. So I know that this is on my side of my pattern, that I'm on the left side of my pattern. That's the only thing, so I can read the pattern better. Next row is again increase. So we're going to make more. So pick up one white, one shiny, and in increase we go under the thread between the first and the second bead. Next one. And we just go up through the shiny. I talk so much for that supposed to be a short tutorial. I'm sorry about that. Like so. Next up, we have till the end of the row, except the last bead, we have white. So pick up one, two, three, like we're working them, not just picking them up, 4, 5, 6, and 7 white. So we have 7 white. As I said, increase row. So in the last we will in the last one we will put another bead, which will be a shiny. So pick up a shiny, and where you put the last white bead, under the same thread you go with the shiny. And this is how it looks. Now turn your work. I go one more row. So now we have to put 5 white. So this is again increase. So pick up 2 white and go under the thread between the first and the second. Increase row. So we need to have 5 white in total. So now we have 2 and we need 3 more. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we have our 5 white beads. Next up, pick up 1 black. This is where the button starts, like so. Now we have to add 2 white, so 1, and 2, one shiny, hopefully it's visible what I do. Maybe zoom in a bit more. So 1 shiny, and 2 white, so 1, and as I said, it's an increase row, so in the same spot we're going to put another white. So under the thread, so under the same thread we go. Now for the next row, turn your work. This is going to be a decrease row, so we're going to go 1 bead lower. Now pick up 1 shiny, 1 white, and we're going to go like this. In decrease rows, we're going to go under the thread between the second and the third bead, like so. And we're going to go up through the second bead, and you see this is wonky, we need to slip it. Go down through the first bead, and up through the second bead again. And now when we pull, bead went asleep. Now we have to have 5 white in total. So we have 1, so we need to add 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remove my Mod Podge because I'm hitting it. Now pick up a shiny and go into the next space. And now we have 3 white. So 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work. Now it's going to be again a decrease row. So pick up one white and one shiny, and we're going to go under the thread between the second and the third bead. Go up through the shiny, down through the white, and up through the shiny again. Now we have to put two white, so 1 and 2. Now we have one black, now we have 3 white, so 1, 2, and 3, and the last bead, it's a shiny one because it's a decrease row, so we don't have to add one more bead. Now for the next row, let me unspin my thread. For the next row, pick up, this is going to be a decrease row again, so pick up one shiny, one white, so shiny and white, and we're going to go under the thread between the second and the third because it's a decrease row. Now up through the white, down through the shiny, and up through the white again. Now pick up one shiny, now we have 4 white, so 1, 2, 3. I keep going out of camera because it's so zoomed in. I move 1 millimeter, it goes whoosh. 3, and 4. And the last bead, it's a shiny one. Now we finished this row as well. Next row, it's going to be 3 white, 1 black, 3 white, decrease row again, so pick up 2 white, go under the thread between the second and the third bead, up through the second white, down through the first, and up through the second again. Pick up one more white, one black, and 3 white. 1, 2, and 3. Next row, it's going to be a decrease row again, so pick up one shiny, one white, so one shiny, one white, and go under the thread between the second and the third bead, up through the white, down through the shiny, and up through the white again. Now we have two more white, so one and two, one shiny, and one white. Next row, turn your work. Now we're going to be increasing, so we grow the number of beads we have, so pick up one white, one shiny, and when I said before when we increase, we go under the thread between the first and the second bead, and we just go up through the second bead added, which is the shiny. Now pick up one white, one black, one white, one shiny, and one white that we put in the same spot as we put the shiny one. Like so. Now turn your work. The next row is going to be an increase row again, so pick up one shiny, one white, and we're going to go under the thread between the first and the second, and we're just going to go up through the second, like so. Next up, one shiny, and now we have four white, so one, two, three, and four, and the last bead, because I said it's an increase, so we're gonna put a shiny in the same spot as we put our last white one, like so. For the next row, turn your work. This is going to be, let me just unspin my thread again, sorry about this. So in this row is going to be increase once again, so pick up one shiny, one white, and we're going to go under the thread between the first and the second bead, like so, and we go up through the white one, so through the second one only. Next up, we have to add two more white, so one, and two. Now one black, now two white, so one, and 2, one shiny, and as I said, it's in increase row, we put one more white bead in the same place as we put the last shiny. Next row. Now for the next row, turn your work. This is going to be a decrease row, so pick up 2 white beads and we're going to go under the thread between the second and the third. Like so, go up through the second white, down through the first, and up through the second again, like so. And now we have to add 4 more white, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to add a shiny, and last bead is going to be a white one because as I said, it's a decrease row, so we don't add 2 beads in the last spot. Next row. Next up, for the next row, we have again a decrease row, so turn your work, pick up 1 shiny, 1 white. In decrease row, we're going to go under the thread between the second and the third bead, go up through the second, which is the white one, down through the first, which is the shiny one, and up through the white one again. Pick up another white bead, now a black one, and now we have 3 white, so 1, 2, and 3. Next row. Next row, it's going to be a decrease row once again, so turn your work, pick up 1 shiny, 1 white. So in decrease row, we're going to go under the thread between the second and the third bead, and we're going to go up through the white, down through the shiny, and up through the white again. And the rest row is going to be white, so we need to add 4 more white, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next. Now for our next row, we're going to turn our work. Let me unspin my thread once again, because otherwise it will get weird. So we're turning our work. This row again is going to be a decrease row, so pick up 2 white beads, so 1, 2, and go under the thread between the second and the third bead, like so. Up through the second white, down through the first one, and up through the second again. Now one black bead, one white, and one shiny. Next row, it's going to be a decrease row once again, so turn your work, and here we're just going to have 4 white beads. So pick up 2 white beads, go under the thread between the white and the black, up through the second, down through the first, and up through the second again, like so, and pick up another white, and one more white, and we're done with this row. The next row, it's going to be an increase row, so turn your work. It's going to be full white but increase. So pick up 2 white beads and go under the thread between the first and the second bead, and just go up through the second white. Now pick up another white, like so, and one more, so we have 4 white, and we put one more because it's an increase row in the same spot as we put the previous bead. Like so. Next row, it's going to be increase row once again, so turn your work, pick up 2 white beads and go under the thread between the first and the second, like so, and just go up through the second white bead. And now we have to add 4 orange beads, so now we're making the carrot. So orange, so it's 1, and 2, and 3, and the 4th in the same place as we put the 3rd. Next row, it's going to be an increase row once again, and it's going to be all white. So pick up 2 white, go under the thread between the first and the second orange bead, and just go up through the second white added. Pick up another white, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's an increase row, so we're going to add one more bead in the last one, and 7. So I need to unspin my thread once again. The next row is going to be a decrease, so we are here, and we are going to decrease. So pick up 1 white and 1 black, we're doing the eyes, and go under the thread between the second and the third, up through the black, down through the white, and up through the black again. Now we put 2 white beads, so 1 and 2, black, 1 black, and 1 white. Now for the next row we have a decrease. We're going to do full white in a decrease. So pick up 2 white, go under the thread between the black and the white, so between the second and the third bead, up through the second white, down through the first, and up through the second again, and 1 more white. So that's 3, 4, and 5. Like so. Now we need to start making the hat. Now for the hat, as I said, just black. So turn your work. I'm going to move my black beads here. Now pick up 2 black beads, go under the thread, so this is going to be a bigger increase. So go under the thread between the first and the second bead, like so. I'm going to go slow. Go up through the second bead you added, like you would normally. Go down through the first, and stop here a bit, yeah. Pick up another black bead and go, so the thread has to come on this side, yes? Let me just zoom out a bit. This should be easy. So I have, my thread is coming from here, and I'm going to go like this with my bead, yeah, like so. So it's coming nicely arranged here, yeah. And my thread is on the second, so the thread is on the second bead. And now I go again through this one. Now again, I'm going to hold this zoom because it's okay. This another black. So you make an increase and you put 1 more on the side. And 1 more black. Black is running away from me. And 1 more black. Now again, we're going to do the increase normally as we normally would. So pick up 1 black, put it in the same place as you did previous one. Next one. And go up through it. But now, just a second, let me see. But now, pick up a black one. Yeah, so we are coming out of this. I pick up a black one and I just go like this. So it arranges like so. And I want to harden it because I'm going to start the next row from here. So I'm just going to go again through this one that I added, like so, and go up through this one. And from here I'm going to start making the, see, just a second. From here I'm going to start making the hat. You see, this is different shiny, like you can see the little places are covered from the Mod Podge. Now turn your work. I need to unspin my thread, sorry about that again. So turn your work. This was the only, let's say, not difficult, but yeah. So pick up 2 black, go under the thread. This is going to be a decrease. So pick up the thread and go under the, so you have here 1, 2, 3. So between the third and the fourth, yeah, because my thread is coming from here. So this is like the first one. So I'm going to go under this. So between under the thread between the third and the fourth. Next one. Up through the second, down through the first, and up through the second again. And now pick up another black in the next row, and one more black, and one more black. So in this second row of the hat, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black beads. Next up is going to be an increase row. So we're going to add up. So pick up 2 black beads and go under the thread between the first and the second bead. So first and second. And just go up through the second black bead. Hopefully it's visible because the shine of the black is a little bit weird, but hopefully it's easy to see. And again pick up 1 black. And 1 more black. And 1 more black. So in this row we will have 6 black beads because it's an increase row. And the last one we put in the same place as we put the previous one. Now for our last row, so the next one is the last row, we're going to make a decrease. So turn your work, pick up 2 black beads and go under the thread between the second and the third. Next one. Up through the second, down through the first, and up through the second again. Now again pick up a black one and go under the next, in the next space, and another one, and the last. Now we have to make the circle for the clasp. This you can choose how you want to make it. On this other one, I went from the second through, like from the second to the fourth bead. You can go from the first to the last. You can go from one, so it's on one side, for example. You can do any way you want. But I went from the second to the fourth. So how I do this? I go down through this one. So my thread is coming from this. I go down to this one. And through the one under, because I want to get out of this bead, like I want to exit from this bead. So I'm going to go on a side, like so. Now I'm going to go through this and up through the bead that I want to get out of here. And I pick up 5 black beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just gonna go through the second bead. Now I want to harden it, so I'm just going to go down through this one, up through this one, and I'm gonna go again through these 5 beads, and then we can add the clasp. I'm going to show you how I add the clasp as well. But now with the tail, so what do we do with the tail? The tail we work into the earring, and you cut it where, if a thread is white, where is white. So I'm going to turn my work around because it's easier for me to go with the needle through the beads like so. So I'm just going with my thread through the beads. Make sure you pass through them so that you don't see it somewhere. Now I'm going to go through these 3 white, making sure I don't, okay, and I'm gonna go through these. So I literally just want to secure my work and cut the thread where it's not going to be visible. Yeah, so I'm getting out of this, I'm going to go through this one and up through this one, and I think it's pretty secure and I can cut it off. I'm going to cut this off as well because I'm going to burn this, and anyway I'm going to Mod Podge it. Now after it's done, take your if you're going to make earrings, take your clasp and hold it like this, yeah, and turn it in on one side. Like, don't open it like this, open it in one side like this, like so. Put the snowman or whatever earring you need to put on it, and you just simply close it like so on a side. Now I'm going to harden this using Mod Podge so that it's this probably it's okay. I'm going to do like this. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to harden my as you see now it's pretty soft, but I want it to be nice and sturdy. So yeah, we made snowman today. Hopefully as soon as possible I'm going to make something else. I need to see what I'm going to design and color. Hopefully it's easy to make, that you understand. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Watch my videos. I have many Christmas. I'm making like a lot of Christmas videos right now. Watch my videos. It would really help me a lot. And yeah, happy beading.